Hi, everybody. Hello again. Ay, ay, ay. Lord, what a day. Hold on, give me 1 second, please. And thank you. Okay, sorry. I threw 3 grand tableaus, and then I realized I screwed one up, so I had to go back and redo it. So sorry about the delay. I saw Jen in here. Hi, Jenny, and Lucky Girl, and Sunflower. Hi, Stephen, and Square Peg, and Debbie, and Bonnie. If I can get some thumbs up, you guys, that would be fantastical. Square Peg, hello. Hi, Freda, and sweet darling Lulu, and Sherry, and Deborah. Hi, Feisty, and Starlight. Hoover Who. Kiss JG. Hey, Brandon. Sorry about that, Sunflower. It's been a day. Thanks, Marie. Thank you so much. Hi, Pamela and Constance and Debbie and Melinda and Sammy and Cheryl, Lila, Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. Sammy, Vicky, Virginia. Hey, Marby. Hi, Donna. Thanks, Stephen. Thank you so much. No problem, Starlight. Thank you, Renee. Oh, thank you, Square Peg. Bonnie, I did not. They're keeping it through Monday. I went to the dealer for, they recalled the headlights because they're having like a manufacturer's, like something's wrong with it, which is weird because about a year or two ago, I had to get one of the headlights, a new headlight, because the LED strip went out. And thank God the car was under warranty because the warranty covered it. Well, here we are like a few years later. Oh, there's a factory recall on the headlights because they go out before they're supposed to. It's like, well, no, so yeah, I have a loaner car right now, but so I went and took in my car for the headlight issue with the recall. And then I was there and I was like, you know what? I'm due for maintenance anyways. Peanut and I have a camping trip scheduled in a couple of weeks, and that's about a 5-hour drive. So I went ahead and got my maintenance done on my car so that, I would feel comfortable driving it about 5-6 hours, depending on LA traffic, to go camping. And they did the inspection, and what I thought was going to be an $80-something bill turned into I almost had a heart attack bill. Like, yeah. And it pisses me off because when I purchased the car, I had bought the extended warranty. And of course, the extended warranty just expired last month. So, yeah. I mean, front brakes, back brakes, like these little nut things by where it's underneath, where it's connected to the tire, that when you steer, those all 4 had to be replaced because my car, I got an all-wheel drive car because before the pandemic hit, I go camping pretty often. And, I like to have all-wheel drive in case I have to get into some terrain that's, not paved. I'll just say that. And, yeah, that was, I almost had a heart attack, but it required attention. It's not like, you know, it's not like, I mean, I could have let it maybe go a little bit longer, but it was just like, you know what, just freaking do it now. Do it now, because, you know, with everything getting back to normal, I may have to start going back to the office once or twice a week, at least once a week for sure. But, you know, so it's like the longer I leave it, the worse of a problem it's going to become. So it was just a shock. Like, but the loaner car is a way newer model than mine. Mine's a 2017 and this one's a 2021. And it pisses me off too, because I just paid off my car. And then, of course, I was so happy I paid off my car and I was like, oh, cool, I'm just going to do maintenance on it. Nope. There's a ginormous bill for like stuff that requires immediate attention. I was so bummed. But the loaner vehicle is super, super, super nice. It's the same one that I have, but just like way newer. So see, Feisty, that's what I don't understand. Like, you know, you get, well, I'm kind of happy I did get the extended warranty, because when the headlight went out, I couldn't just replace the strip, the LED strip. I had to buy the entire assembly, which was $1,800 freaking dollars for one headlight, just one headlight. And I had already gone over 30,000 miles, but because I had the extended warranty, it covered it. But then I have like another huge expense, and the extended warranty just expired. So one headlight was $1,800. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But yeah. Because I had to get the entire freaking assembly. That's just that So, but at least there's a recall on it now. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, if these damn things go out, I'll be like, there was a factory recall. Y'all didn't freaking fix it right. Yeah, Feicy's saying it covered damn near everything else. Yep. A chunk of your stimulus check went to the mechanic. That's yeah. Yep. My car's like, what, 4 years old? Paid it off. No, it's not a Mercedes. I would never purchase something like that just because the maintenance is ridiculous. Like, yeah. Hey, CG. What's up? So enough of me ranting, but that was my day. So I hope you guys enjoyed the walkabout at Balboa. And I'm sorry that the video quality was kind of poop. I was on my cell phone and I thought I had a full charge, and apparently I didn't, because I was only able to film for what, like 30 minutes or something like that. But which was fine, because as soon as I got off the live with you guys is when they started texting me from the dealer. And it's really cool. Like, the dealer, they'll send you a text message, and you click on a link and it takes you to their website, and it has your whole entire estimate. Plus there's a video there. So you can click on it and they'll show you a video of what's going on with your car, with the mechanic going through and explaining every single thing. So as soon as I got off the phone, or off the live stream with you guys, I got texted, and that's when I almost had a heart attack. So I'm sorry that the quality on that video is bad, but it really is a cool place. Lucy smacked Artie down during Becca's bar GT the other night. Can't take the kids anywhere. Oh, so how's everybody doing? Y'all doing good? Thumbs up would be great, you guys. I wanted to say thank you to the new subscribers that are here. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the videos. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I'm not really into the numbers or chasing subscribers or looking at that sort of stuff. I'm just here to do this because that's what I like to do. So welcome. Thanks. So I think I've rambled on long enough. You guys. Oh, Marie. All of them, Marie. Upper ball joints, lower ball joints, tie rods, all of it. All of it. Front brakes, back brakes. I mean, I'm telling you, girl, when I got the bill, I was like, ah! I was like, that's like 8 car payments. Damn it. Yeah. But thanks, Marie. That $5 was really going to help me. Yeah, exactly, Maureen. Do you see why I shit a brick today? Yeah. Thank you, Marby. And it's not like I'm over there off-roading all the time. I live in a city. Like the most I'm doing is, well, during the pandemic, I wasn't doing nothing but going down the hill to go to Trader Joe's. And the last time I was camping was the last time I went camping was with my sister when we drove up to the Redwoods, which was 16-hour drive. But I didn't do much off-roading. There was like one time I did one thing that was off-roading, and it was basically just like going through a ginormous stream of water. And that was it. So it's not like I'm over there climbing rocks or anything in my car, but yeah, girl, all them ball joints just went to caca. So I'm telling you, Sajine, there has to be. As soon as you pay off the car and the warranty, even the extended warranty is out, then everything starts breaking. Oh, yeah. So anyways, thank you, Clarence. Love and hugs back at you, girl. Oh, Peggy's here. Hi, Peggy Breen. Hello. No, I don't drive a Land Rover. Hell no. Nope. And that does make sense, Sandra Nevins, because didn't they catch Apple doing that for Apple phones? Like there was a planned obsolescence or something on their phones that once it got to like a certain year, it would just automatically break, which would force you to have to upgrade to the new phone. You would have taken care of that for me at your shop, Brandon? Well, I'm out of a car. Well, I'm not really out of a car. They gave me a brand new loaner. That thing has 3,750 miles. It's a 2021. It's a beautiful car, but I like mine better because it's paid off, so no, I don't have a Jeep. Brandon, you need to move over here. You need to move over here. So like when shit like this happens, I can just be like, Brandon, help me. I'll cook for you in exchange. Let's barter. No, it's a Mazda, you guys. It's a Mazda CX-5. And my loaner is a 2021 Mazda CX-5. And it is freaking nice. Like nice. But I don't buy expensive cars. It's just when something breaks, it's expensive. So anyways. Hi, Amy. Oh, you have a CX-9? They don't make those anymore, Pamela. No. They do make the CX-9s. It was the CX-7s that they got rid of and made the CX-5s to take the place of the CX-7s. Oh, so he can, we'll fight over him, lucky girl. Oh, I love my Mazda. It's like they don't call it Zoom for nothing, man. Those things are fun to drive. So, all right, you guys. The caca has hit the fan with Joel Greenberg. I hope you all saw that. For those of you that didn't, Joel Greenberg made a plea deal with the cops, and they dropped your Mazda as a 2005, only has 87,000 miles on it. I'll have it until 2050 at this. Yeah. I mean, mine only has what, 60,000 miles, only because when I do drive, well, last year I didn't drive at all. But like when we go places, it's like, I'm talking from here to the Sequoias, it's about 5 hours. That's if we leave in the middle of the night and we don't get stuck in LA traffic. So it's not, we drive far, and I like long road trips. I can't stand sitting in traffic though. I will drive 15, 16, 17, 18, 48 hours. I don't care. I just can't. I will lose my mind sitting in traffic though. That's what gets me. The just sitting there drives me nuts. So anyways, getting back to the shenanigans with the gates. Sedona, it's not that far. I think it's like 6 hours away from us. It's not far at all, but we're going to the Sequoias, which is my old stomping grounds back from when I lived out there for like, I think it was 10 years of my life. So we're going up to the Sequoias to go camping. I'm so looking forward to it. The first thing I'm going to do when I get there is run out of the car and just go hug a ginormous tree. I don't care. I will sleep inside of the tree. If you guys have ever seen a sequoia tree, they are insanely massive in width. You can fit a family of like 20 people inside of a tree, because when they do the controlled burns, because that's how they get the seeds to sprout. The seeds will not sprout without controlled burns. They need fire, because I guess the shell is so hard. So a lot of them will have like the middle part completely gone, and you can go inside of it. And I'm like, I'm just going to live in there with the bugs and the animals. I don't care. I love those trees. I love them. So anyways, back to Matt Gaetz, and I'm sorry that I keep getting distracted, but Joel Greenberg struck a deal with the feds today, because tomorrow was his deadline. And they went from 33 charges down to 6. And in that plea deal, they made it very clear that if he even thinks about lying and not being a cooperating witness, they're going to get him for perjury, slam him for perjury, and charge him with all 33 counts. So, homeboy is singing like a canary, dude. I'm telling you. So that went down today. And I believe, if I remember correctly, let me get my book here. When we did his, we haven't done Joel Greenberg's, but we did do Matt Gaetz. Let me see. Oh, I still got to do Lindsey Graham and Devin Nunes. There's Putin. There's Rudy Giuliani, Barr. Matt Gaetz. Here he is. Okay. Oh, goodness. Where's that other one? Okay. No, that's Liz Cheney. Yeah, I had to do the GOP one twice. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Marie. Oh my gosh. That is so incredibly kind. Thank you. Get a P.O. box? Okay, let me pay off my car bill first, because that was like, girl, I'm telling you, Marie, I was like, oh, $85, whatever. And then I got the bill. It was like, oh, I should have had a heart attack, threw up, fainted, all of it at the same time. So hold on, I did the Mueller report today. It landed way over here. So we got time. See how I'm feeling? We'll go over that. I did Marjorie Taylor Greene's. That's the one that's right here. Okay, so that's the one we're going to go through, because I'm 2 seconds away from putting a hex on that girl. I did the GOP. This is where I screwed up, because I was going through May 2022, and I was like, no, dumbass. You need to go through January 2023. Which I've never gone out that far. Every book that I have read, every summit that I have gone to, every I hate to use the word. Okay, let me see. How can I say this? The people that have been doing these for a very long time, much longer than me, are saying 1 year max. So this is for experimentation purposes only. This tableau, the one that I just did. Okay, there's Liz Cheney. All right, so anyways, Matt Gaetz. Well, Matt Gaetz, let me see, where was he? Where are you little bastard? 22, 36, 24, 29. Where's 28? Okay, he's right here. This was his present line when we did the Grand Tableau. This was April 2nd, 2021. He landed in the house of Tower. He had Tower over his head in the house of Whip. He had, what do you call this? Storks in the house of Ship, and then him in the house of Clouds, or Clouds in the house of Letter. That was his present line for April 2nd, 2021. And here we're seeing the insurrection that he's linked to, because there's the link to the attack and the abuse, overthrowing the government here. That was his line. In that tableau, when we were looking at the stuff that was coming out about, you know, him abusing little people, because here's Ring, child, man, a relationship with a minor. Ring Knights over to Whip, a sexual relationship with a minor. Woman in the house of Fish, payments to a woman and payments to many women, because Fish has to do with abundance, many. Okay. When we were reading his line this way, it was Ring, child, man, Fox, Letter, house, garden, and heart. Heart was in its own house. And then the mirrors were Crossroads in the house of House, and then House in the house of Crossroads. So those two were mirroring in this tableau. And then he had Coffin in the house of Tree, Tree in the house of Coffin. Those were also mirroring in this tableau. And I was saying that his problems continue to grow and grow and grow. But I remember saying that this is going to end up implicating other people from his home. A large group of older men here, or conservative men. Garden, which would be a large group of people. House is right before it. And then you got Heart right next to it. People in his home state, his residence. A large group of people, parties that were having affairs. Wait, what? UC story 2 hours ago, allegations in Greenberg. Yes, I did, my dear. So, and I was saying in that reading that there's many of these people that may get strung up in this, because it's his residence here, and then a large party of conservatives here that he's friends with. House Knights over to Dog. So, and stuff that came out today when What's His Face is going to start singing, with all the records and everything that they have, and some of the disgusting details that came out, that they were talking about on the court filings and stuff. It was saying that Greenberg was present when others were having sex, commercial sex. So it was either an orgy, or I don't know what he was doing, but he said that he was present in the moment when there was that whole situation going on. Oh no, Sunflower, this one's on Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm just recapping on the story with Joel Greenberg. So, and in what's his face's Matt Gates's Grand Tableau, I did not see him immediately getting arrested. So I'm going to have to look at it again, but I didn't see anything there that looks like he's getting arrested. What was very, very clear in that tableau was his link to the insurrection. Okay. So yeah, tres leches, that's what it's called, and that's what they're calling it in the court stuff. Commercial sex. Yeah. So there's Greenberg's in trouble, but Gates and everybody else that was involved, there are some people shitting bricks right now. I'll tell you that. Exactly, AJ. Or they're going to get to the other people first and then get enough to go after Matt Gaetz. Because you got to think Matt Gaetz' daddy is very rich, very powerful in Florida. They have a lot of money. And daddy's gotten Matt Gaetz off of 3 DUIs. Yes, you cannot compare DUIs to sex trafficking. And it's not just the sex trafficking either. He's got that whole situation too with the campaign money. Tres Leches is saying they're shitting buildings. I would be too if I was, man. So Matt Gaetz, the whole thing that he's got going on too is that investigators are probably going to end up looking at him for the whole scheme that was going on in Florida with the people that were trying to get recreational marijuana passed. And it looks like those people were using prostitutes to bribe Gaetz. So he's in trouble for a lot of stuff. Cocaine, ecstasy, paying the women to take cocaine and ecstasy. Like, and from when they were reading that report from the court, it sounded like it wasn't just, two people engaging in sex. No, it looks like it was more than one person. Because there's been quite a few accounts where Greenberg has said that he was present. So, yep. So anyways, this tableau is on the crackhead Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I'm sure you guys know everything that's going on with her. Now she's in the news because she was caught aggressively. What did they say? Aggressively. They didn't say assault because she didn't assault somebody. Aggressive confrontation with AOC a few days ago. So we're going to take a look at her. And for her, experimentally, okay, like I said, usually rule of thumb is 1 year. I have never tried to go out more than 1 year. So with this tableau, the intention was to see her through January 2023. She is stalking her. Well, I mean, hell, dude, she harassed that young boy from Florida, the one, David Hogg. She harassed a child that survived a mass shooting in school. She flew her ass from Georgia down to Florida to harass a child. That tells you all you need to know about that woman. That's all you need to know about her. Like, so anyways, like I was saying, thank you, Impish. Thank you so much. So like I was saying, experimental to see, because this should be technically through May of next year, because it's at most 1 year. Well, it's only given me 3 columns to work with. And then on top of that, I'm trying to extend it through January of 2023. So take this with a grain of salt. Experimental purposes only, because I just, I don't know. I've never tried to go out more than 1 year, but we'll see. So for Taylor Green, she's here, meaning she's got all this stuff over her head. Okay. And it starts off with child, bouquet, and son. So this is a person that is, you got child in the house of writer. So a person that is quick to act, but very immature, doesn't think things through. But she's also new. And she gets lucky with gifts. And that makes her quite successful. Well, we do know that since she's been kicked off every committee for the same exact behavior that she's still displaying to this day, what the GOP has been using her for is fundraising. Okay. So there's that, but it's also like this woman here, Marjorie Taylor Greene, really does believe that she's a rising star in the party and that she's going to be successful and rise to a prominent position in government with the masses. If you read it, this line up here, that's what this delusional, crazy person thinks inside of her head. She's new. She's talented. She's promised success and significant elevation in government through the masses. Okay? That's one way to read that line. Over here, down her present line, you can see that she's got the storks, the rider, the woman, and the moon. There's almost like, oh, these two are marrying. Child in the house of writer, writer in the house of child. Like I said, she just acts erratic. She doesn't freaking think. And when she acts, she's aggressive here with whip. She abuses verbally for the audience here. She rushes in and abuses people verbally, bullies them for an audience. And what does she have over her head? Stars. She really does believe that the way for her to become a rising star is to, what do you call this? To just be an asshole and abuse people. You got Garden in the House of Stars for social media. Her social media. It's all a show for the media here, because she's got the stars over her head and she knows it's going to get all over social media and everybody's going to retweet. This could be quite literally the birds tweeting. Okay? Like Twitter on social media. Let me go be an asshole. Let me go troll people. Let me go be a jerk. So it gets all over social media so I can raise my celebrity here and promote myself significantly in government by the masses. Okay? So down this column here, we're seeing that there's going to be news of a significant change for her in her career. Here, there's a change, that's news of a change in her career this way. Okay? Now, she's also being investigated. She's got Fox right behind her. I don't know if she knows this or not. I'm not sure, but she's got Fox right behind her. So with that right there, I would say she's being investigated. for something that she did that was abusive in government here. And she's being a bully this way here with Bear. Okay. But there's an investigation. There's her. And then there's stress and anxiety. But there's also significant chronic stress. Marie, I said much worse to Johnny and Jenny today. Much, much worse about this girl. And that's exactly what I said, GM Dave. This girl, listen. I am not one that believes that fist fighting or anything like that is the way to solve a problem. But when you got somebody like that, knock them the F out just one time. One time. Just like Trump. One time. Because this girl thinks she's a badass because she's a bodybuilder. She exercises. Look at me. I do CrossFit. I'm such a badass. Let me go chase a freaking 15-year-old kid around and harass him. No. I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stop. So there's an investigation into her this way for something that happened that was violent at the Capitol. And this way here, trying to cause a significant change in government here. Okay? She is linked to this. So I don't know where that commission is. If there is a commission, or if that's going to be voted upon, but she's got Fox right behind her, which would tell me they're already looking into this girl. She's being watched. Okay. Yeah, there's a big change in her career. Let me see. She's in the House of Mountain. She is a big problem. Huge problem. She is a huge problem here. And then if we box her in, look at everything around her. Her celebrity comes from being abusive, fighting people. At work, too, here, whipping the house of Fox. Okay, so Fox is also your work. So her celebrity comes from being abusive to people at work. Here you have Fox, and then her, and then mice. So work here, her makes she makes people nervous, chronically nervous, because everybody recognizes that this woman is an emotional basket case. She's in the House of Mountain. Mountain's right here. She's a problem. She is a huge, huge, huge problem. And she's got Mountain in the House of Lilies. And then Lily's here. I'm wondering if this is talking about something that comes up around her towards the winter. Because this way it says that she's not this girl, even though Clouds is way over here and Tree, she nights over to Tree here. And it's behind her, not ahead of her. And she nights here and here. I'm not sure if they're going to do something to her where she's formally disciplined, because she's a big problem here and she becomes disciplined by the house this way. And then she's got letter in the House of Cross. So disciplinary notice, or they punish her some way through legislation. It could be to block her here, because she gets blocked this way. So it could be a restraining order of some sort that comes from the house. But she is in the house of mountain. She's a problem. And then the mountain's right here. Mountain stands between her and house. She's blocked through paperwork here. So either censure, restraining orders, some sort of disciplinary action for her behavior, and also whip, because whip talks about something that is chronic. It is also a pattern, something that is repetitive over and over and over and over and over again. And she has patterns of abuse here and overpowering people. Okay. Now, there's also something really important going up here besides her trying to be climbing the ladder of success by getting herself on the news all the time for being a world-class asshole. But there's also something here with a bank or an institution that has to do with money. And it's money that is public. And she lied about it for a house. And that's that stuff that's coming up now about the I don't know if it's tax fraud or what it is with her, but it's showing up here. There's a contract on a house, ring in the house of house, something significant or some serious improvement, and then there's significant trouble here with an institution that has to do with independence and money. That's public. And she lied about a house here. So I don't know if she's in trouble with the IRS, but it shows up over here. Oh, fraud on PPP money, PPE money. Well, there's money that's in an institution that's supposed to be going to the public. And then there's Fox there too. Fraudulent woman stole. Besides the investigation, there's a fraudulent woman that stole something. Hey, Jay, how are you? Fox in the house of garden, manipulating and defrauding the public. Woman in the house of mountain, she's a big problem. Mice in the house of crossroads, double stealing. This is thievery and losses and stress. But they may find a pattern to her and the steals. If I read this in the context of stealing, there's a pattern to how she steals money. And there's also, in the other context, we were talking about the pattern of her being abusive at work. And she gets blocked from the house here. Okay? So what did she do? 2 homesteads? What does that mean? Oh, hold on, you guys. She claimed homestead tax credit on 2 houses. You can only claim 1 house. Tax fraud. Well, there's fraud in the public here. Garden in the house. Fox in the house of garden. And then you got whip in the house of fox. Abuse at work or abusive fraud. Let me see. Oh, Jenny just sent me the text. A homestead exemption is a big tax break any Georgia homeowner is entitled to for their primary residence. It is against the law to file for more than one. Well, this could be the paperwork that she files as well, because it's letter. This would be all paperwork, and it knights here to the house. Actually, house knights over here to it. So this would be liens, mortgages, insurance paperwork. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Insurance paperwork, anything, any documentation, mail, receipts, results for a home is punished here. And then it's punished here. Besides her getting blocked from the house, there's that as well. Let me see. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, my knee. Ay, ay, ay. 1 second, you guys. Sorry. Okay. Come on. No, she's not bright at all. Well, Jay wants to know, is she going to get in trouble for this? I would say so. I would say so. If you look at what's around her, it's not good. The one thing is mice is right next to her. And mice knights over here to tower, stealing from government, stealing from the public, stealing from a house, stealing finances and resources, stealing something, let me see, that is expansive. And it could also be something on Twitter because it's stars in the house of birds. Stealing finances, losses, and stealing from a house. There's something that was supposed to be improved, but it diminished. Stealing from government, stealing from the public. And it's more than one because it's in the House of Crossroads. So there's more than one theft. But what's interesting is she's got the mice right next to her. Traditionally, the closer the mice is to you, if something is missing or stolen, you'll get it back. Now, she may be fighting with the government this way in regards to that. Because there's legal arguments here. And fights. And not just fights, but lawsuits for her too. Quite possibly lawsuits. Because this is fighting with in the courts. And it may have to do with something where large group, small group. There may be, down this way, it almost reads like there's a lawsuit against her for finances. But it looks like it could also be interpreted as there's a lawsuit against her for her abusing people, overpowering people. Someone on Twitter said Margarine Taylor Greene looks like Seabiscuit. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me go see what's Seabiscuit. Hold on, Jay. I gotta go look now. Seabiscuit. No, Jay. Seabiscuit. Seabiscuit is a very nice horse. Marjorie Taylor Greene is just a freaking schmuck, man. No, don't be mean to Seabiscuit. I love horses. Don't insult a horse like that. Horses are nice, Jay. They're very nice. Okay. Okay, so where does she knight? She knights to key, she knights to cross, she knights to birds, anchor, tree, cross. Oh, she's going to get in trouble for what she says. And she's going to get in trouble for something that links her to an abuse. She gets linked to she gets a big check in Congress. Huh? I don't understand, Marie. That's right, Tres Leches. Horses have beautiful spirits. This woman is just thank you, Peggy. Thank you for saying that. Peggy is asking, Jay, are you saying a horse's ass? She probably looks a lot more like Seabiscuit's butt than Seabiscuit. Because Seabiscuit is really pretty. She has to be, Brandon. This girl, there's something wrong with her, man. There is something wrong with this woman for sure. Like, so here's her talking. And when she talks, not only is she verbally abusive here, but this is in the House of Bear. She may also be talking with a lot of power and force, overbearing dictator like shit from her. And then if you look down this diagonal, which is only a line of influence, okay? If you go up here and you follow her top line, she sees her, like I said before, she sees herself as someone that's very talented and gifted and has a bright future, moving up the chains in government. She sees herself as someone that's very powerful and very a celebrity here. That basically has a bright future. Well, if you look down this line of influence, whatever success and celebrity she has gets blocked here. And she's in the House of Mountain. I mean, she's a straight up Neanderthal, dude. It's like, you know, but there may be lawsuits coming this way for her over finances that were perhaps stolen here from this institution that were supposed to be going to the public. Finances that are stolen here and then causing huge problems and anxiety in the house and in the family, but also quite possibly what like civil, because Garden is right here. So there may be civil lawsuits against her too for abuse in the workplace. Now, let me say this. I was talking to Jenny and Johnny about this earlier. If anybody were to act the way that this woman did at their place of work, where you're running around harassing people like that, you would be fired immediately. And quite possibly have a restraining order put on you, and then quite possibly somebody suing your ass, you know? So, but, you know, Johnny was saying, no, anybody else would get fired. But you're in government? Yeah, sure, do it all day long. Yeah, the whip is addictions. It's something chronic. It is abuse. It is sex. It is aggression. It's criticism. It's something that has a pattern to it. And it's in the House of Fox. Work. Abusing people at work verbally so that she can be talked about on social media, Twitter and everywhere else. And she really does think she's a celebrity, but the workplace is just not, she's toxic, you know? If I read this whip here as an addiction, she may drink, because at night's over here to whip. She may do whatever she's addicted to may be routine. It may be something that messes with her emotions, and it may be for pain this way. But there's also hold on. Marie, anybody that acted like that in the real world would have their clocks cleaned immediately. You know, and she's got mice right here and she's got whip here, okay? This is almost obsessive right here. Like she obsesses. Like this bitch is crazy. Like significant chronic stress, but it's almost like an obsession that causes problems and she gets blocked. Obstructions, delays, obstacles, enemies with mountain. This way. Now, steroids for performance drugs. Tree is down here. She knights to tree. She knights to cross. She knights to clover. She knights to... What is this? Letter. Well, if this is cross, this would... if this is her health, if I read this as her health, there's an injection right there. That is secret. And also, outside of the context of help, there's huge trouble about something that she's connected to that had to do with violence. That will be revealed. Where's book? Book is down here. That secret behind her will be revealed. Up here, her betrayal. Right there. There's injections here, surgeries. And then there's strength right there next to her. This would be someone that's a bodybuilder, very heavy, very strong. There they are getting lucky here. This would be like drugs too. Quick bump. And it knights here to scythe. So perhaps an injection that gives you a little bit of luck. It gives you the winning edge here. Let me see what's around the whip. Well, it's kind of like the insurrection up here. The visitors that were abusive, that were yelling and screaming and fighting. And then her stealing some, hold on. Here's the visitors. If I look at writer as visitors, and then writer's in the house of child, child is in the house of writer, those two are mirroring the children that visited, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. The children that visited. The children that visited, as well as how else can this be read? News of a child. Could be literal. Small news as well. Or new feedback. Okay. Okay, there's 4. There's 4. She gets blocked from the house, dude. I'm telling you, like, how does this go? Okay, so you guys, can you all remind me of something? La chancla. um, get la chancla or el cinturón. Mm-hmm. Yep. Every time my mom would get the belt out, oh Lord. Mm-mm. And my grandparents too. And I thought I was smarter than them because, you know, they were old and I was like, I'm just going to run away. So I would run away to the park. Mm-hmm. They'd be waiting for me the very next day. I thought grandma and grandpa done forgot. Nope. Nope. Okay. I got a question. When she was removed from the committees, okay, did they have to vote on that? La chancla flies. Did she get voted out of committees? They voted her out? Okay, you guys are saying yes. Okay. Because the vote's way back here in reference to her. She gets blocked here. If this is the House of Representatives, homegirl ain't making it. This would be, hold on. Uno momento. I mean, what I want to know is who raised this girl, you know? I understand censured because it's right here, Marie. But it's also like she gets blocked this way. So, I mean, maybe it's a restraining order because you got ring in the House of House. House is down here and she's blocked. Ring is something that binds. But then there's punishment in some sort of a written document here, and then she's blocked there. And then it could be like a civil lawsuit at her going for her this way for a pattern of being aggressive and abusive in the workplace here. Whipping the House of Fox. Yeah, but wouldn't for her to be expelled, wouldn't they have to vote? No, this is what would happen, Shelby. If AOC put a restraining order on her, she would take it as a badge of honor. Marjorie Taylor Greene would take it as a badge of honor. She would. She's that effing stupid and mental. Stephen Haggerty is saying yes. And you know what's weird? This woman walks around. Well, Jay, you said that they're opening an ethics investigation. Well, there's an investigation real close to her. And this would be ethics here with Lily's. And it's again below her feet. Not good. Not a good position for Lily's to be under her feet. Not directly below, but it's right there, close enough. So if they were to expel her, they would have to vote, correct? There may be people around her talking in committees about her, but it's coming up ahead. It's coming up ahead. And there's a betrayal here by the House. The majority of the party here, majority, large, many, yes, vote to expel or censure. See, if she was going to get cut, it would be over here, and it's behind her. I see her getting blocked this way, lawsuits this way, some sort of disciplinary action on paper, perhaps a restraining order because she's bound to the House here, but it's blocked. And then there's a committee over here, and many, an abundance of people in the party that are just, let me see, hold on. The majority of the party lies in the House, causes trouble for the House. And then there's House meetings here, and the House is worried and stressed out, and then they resolve it through this. That brings punishment to her success up here, and she has to go away this way. She has to be distanced from government for lying and causing problems that are taking away from something people desire. And it takes away here, stealing several losses. So, hold on. So, as an experiment, like I said earlier, for those of you that are just now tuning in, everything that I have read, everything that I have heard from those that have been doing this a hell of a lot longer than I have stated maximum of 1 year for a grand tableau. And this experiment here is to see if I can go out till 2023. Okay? So then that was the intention that I set for this tableau. I don't think she gets reelected because she's got mice here in the House of Crossroads. She loses an election. She's got heart here in the House of Mice. People don't love her. And she's got snake here in the House of Heart. They don't trust her. They don't love her. They see her as a problem. She loses her election. For entertainment purposes only, I know that the election is next year. So if I were to go out 1 year from today, it would be May 14th, 2022. This tableau, I'm trying to go out till January 2023. I'll say it again. I've never done that far. It's an experiment, so we'll see. But according to this, she loses her election. People at home are not happy. If this is her home, her residence, they are not happy. They're not happy with her career and her reputation. House in the House of Moon here. Moon in the House of Woman. Woman in the House of Mountain. Mountain right here. And the elections are right underneath this. So using these 3 columns to go out, 2 years? She doesn't win elections. She doesn't win her election, her re-election. This could also be, now that I'm going with that, this could also be a challenger here, someone that challenges her and debates her in the public here for the elections that she loses. So she may have a significant opponent at home this way. But if I consider the houses underneath this and the intent of this tableau, she doesn't win re-election. So for the remainder of her time, which would be this year, because the election, no, this year and then next year through November, come January, she'll be out of a job. And if you look here, Fox, work, nights over to mountain, unemployed. That's unemployment. So she doesn't win re-election either, if she even makes it out that far. Because I just, in this, I see her getting blocked and being disciplined somehow, and lawsuits. And then an investigation for the insurrection. You know what's funny? You guys remind me if I'm wrong, but yeah, garnish her paycheck. Yep. You don't get to act a fool like that and keep a job. She's making Georgia look like trash. She really is. And I did see an interview where I think it was CNN or somebody was out in her district talking to the older conservatives, and they were just horrified, embarrassed, and shamed that this woman is a representative. I'm talking like the true conservatives, not the quackanoners that turned out, in groves. And she basically ran unopposed. So, but you guys remind me, when she was voted and expelled from committees, didn't she go to the floor and make a speech saying that, she used to be QAnon, but she's no longer QAnon, and she apologized for all the bad things that she said, and she realizes that that was wrong, and this, that, and the other thing. Am I making that up, or she really did go to the floor and do that? Because I could have sworn she did. Well, she loses the next one because there's an opponent coming in this way. So she did. Okay, she did. Yeah, that's right. She did. And then after that, right after she went to the floor and said she doesn't believe all of the things that she says, that all the crazy quackanon conspiracies, as soon as she got done with that speech on the floor, she turned around and went on Twitter and was like, oh, this is going to be fun. So she's in trouble. There's a competitor coming in this way. And here, if I look at this, she loses an election back here. She loses an election, and there's someone that comes in that's reliable. That's an opponent to her that wins. Yep. Marcus Flowers is running against her. I don't know who that is. I would say it's a man, maybe younger than her, maybe, because this is Jack of clubs here. And this is writers, not a person, but it carries male energy with it. And then this here inker is in the House of Whip. There's a woman running against her also. I see this right here looks like more of this right here. This is her opponent. It looks more male, Jenny. It just looks male to me. He's a black army sergeant. Well, he's got anchor right there in the House of Whip. And the win goes to a veteran here. Knowledge or something that gets revealed about something that she did, that Marjorie Taylor Greene did, that caused a freaking shitstorm. And the win goes to the veteran. Here, there's the lucky ticket. The win goes to the veteran. Also, I can read this as the there's, because you got lilies in the house of anchor. This is usually a career. I tend to read this as like well, the lilies by itself is veteran. But that combination for me usually shows up for like veterans, active duty military, ambassadors, because lilies talks about maturity. So you have to have experience. It talks about peace, tranquility, and anchor is reliable, committed, lifelong. So it's usually a person that has 30, 35 years experience or so, possibly veteran. So, you know, ambassadors and stuff like that. That person gets the win. But Lily's is below her feet. Again, her reputation, she's stomping all over it. No virtue. If it would have been like this, person of virtue. But it's below her. Below Moon, which is how she's viewed. She's viewed as a person without virtue, as a whacked out crazy person. And also the conservatives in her home that are in the majority here, the older ones, the elders, they're not happy at all here, because if this is, letter is also male. Letter is also male. So if this is in regards to the ballot, she's punished at the ballot because it's in the House of Cross. And what pisses me off about this freaking hoe right here is that when the Capitol rioters were there was the retired, I don't know, he's not retired. He served in the military. I think he was Army, that was trying to figure out how to make a weapon out of a pen. He interviewed on Chris O'Donnell's, Lawrence O'Donnell's show. I forget his name. This man is an Iraq war veteran. He is an Afghanistan war veteran. He's served his country. And she had the audacity to call that man a coward. More than one time called him a coward. When that man has served on multiple tours, when all this bitch knows how to do is inject a bunch of freaking steroids and go think she's a badass by doing a bunch of crazy whacked out freaking, you know, pull-ups that aren't even freaking pull-ups. You know, you're swinging around like a freaking idiot, you know. So that disgusted me. So it's like, oh, we're the Republican Party. We love our military. And then she has the balls to call a veteran a coward to his face. Yeah, she's a female Trump. She is a female Trump. She's got bear in the house of man here. A man that she was loyal to, that transitioned, who wasn't happy, and he got cut out in the elections. He lost the election here. She is modeling herself, reflecting his image here. The moon does not have his own light. It has to reflect the light from the sun. She is reflecting that in him, is what she's doing. She is a female Trump. I mean, she doesn't have the brains or nothing. Nothing. Yep. That's why, you know, like I was saying earlier, I am not one that says, you know, fix an argument with your fist. But on days like today, I just wish somebody would just put this little lady in her place. So she's mirroring that behavior. But she's so stupid she doesn't realize I'm going to get blocked and I'm going to lose my position at work. I am going to be unemployed. Fox to mountain. She's that simple-minded, brainless, freaking idiot. I mean, I would say she has the intelligence of a gnat, but that's an insult to gnats. They serve a purpose, you know? So she's going to keep spewing at the mouth here to the public, but there's punishment here and she suffers and gets sacrificed. But I don't know if this is censure or what this is. But I mean, censoring isn't really going to do a damn thing. It's not. It's going to embolden her even more. And she's going to crank it up. She's going to increase the abuse here. So it's like she gets punished and her reaction to it is to increase, elevate, grow it more and more and more and more and more. This way. Increase the abuse. Increase the craziness and the anxiety. Increase what she's saying. That's all she knows. That's all she knows. And if this is in regards to her campaign, funds that are coming into her campaign, if I read it literally, like her campaign, without considering the house underneath, which is stars, which would be social media. If I read this in the context of campaigning, there may be problems there. There may be some trouble here around how she's raising money and then lying. I mean, censoring is a joke. It's a slap on the wrist. We don't like what you said. No. Handcuff her, muzzle her, put her in a straitjacket, and have her go see a mental health specialist because she needs it. She really, really needs it. Like, no. It's not Pelosi, Jen. It's a man. King of Diamonds, King of Hearts. And this is her. So you wouldn't read her this way and then this way. You wouldn't. You'll donate bail money to someone? I would too. I would love to see one of them UFC chicks just freaking you think you're a badass? Marjorie Taylor Greene. There you go. That should be her job. She thinks she's such a badass. She should go fight UFC. Why not? Dana White, the owner of UFC, is a Trump ass-kissing jerk-off. So go work for him. You think you're such a badass and go step into the ring, get your ass beat on a regular. And maybe then you'll learn to shut your mouth. I mean, go fight UFC and see how quick you'll get your freaking ass rocked. I don't even like UFC, but I would watch that. I would watch that just to see her just get knocked the F out. Especially if she goes out there, starts talking trash to all the Brazilian people, all the Brazilian women. I'm American. I pay my taxes. And then boom, they ring the bell. Like, what's his name? Nan fighting out of the left corner. Crazy QAnon woman, former House representative who was fired from her job for being a jackass, Marjorie Taylor Greene, blah, 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 blah. And then fighting out of the right corner. And then they say somebody's name. And before it even goes to like 10 seconds into the first round, boom, on your ass. You just got knocked out for running your mouth. Like Ronda Rousey, Yes, Ronda Rousey, please. Or one of those Brazilian girls. Just, I'm a terrible person. I'm probably going to burn in hell for saying that, but that would be karmic for this girl right here. That would be karmic. No, Jen. Because here it's talking about election losses here. Losing an election. And then achieving success through delivering verbal attacks here. But okay, hold on. You'd be going with me. Thanks, Marie. I'm telling you, I'm getting first row seats to hell, man. Let me see here. Hold on. No, boxing her and Jen, no. Nope. Because the insurrection in here is not very clear. I have to mirror these two. And weapons are not clear here either. And this is not a tour. Writer is not a tour. This would be a tour. And ship goes to tower. The visitors toured the capital. And then there was trouble or some sort of a lie because they were passionate about stealing the elections. They were very passionate about because it was a lie. They were passionate about stealing the elections, and they were happy to take the chance with a whole bunch of them to bring something to an end very violently. And there's knowledge here or a project that they were working on that gets revealed. And the shit hits the storm when she's linked by the house and is recognized as a woman who obstructed and delayed. And then there's something here about someone in the military that's fighting or arguing and then abusing that person at work for social media, so on Twitter, so that she's powerful or she is recognized by a powerful man who she's loyal to, that she was trying to improve and upgrade to grow the results that are burdened and bring success for the transition. That's how that goes together. Got it? So she's linked to the insurrection, but it's not clear. You have to follow the houses from here to here. So she's linked that way, but she's acting loyal to Trump because she's reflecting his image, if that makes any sense. Yep. Hold on, you guys. I got to go check Moosey's water because he's over here going nuts. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. And then I'm going to go get something to drink. What you got, Moosey? What do you want? Come on. What you want, puppies? Hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. Moose doesn't know what's going on with his life. He gets confused quite a bit. So, yep. So that's what I got for the quackhead. So I don't even know how long I've been on. Let me see. 1 hour and 36 minutes. Yep. 1 hour and 36 minutes. Let's see. So, because this says disciplinary action. Besides censuring, what else can they do? Because here it shows she's blocked. So they can censure, which is nothing. She'll just use it to elevate stuff. Do you guys know what else they can do to her? Thanks, Marie. My political seminars? You mean my rants? When I go crazy? I'd love to see her in a UFC ring, though. That'd be freaking amazing. Watch her get knocked out in like 2 seconds. That'd be fun. Thank you, Marie. 2/3 vote can remove her by other GOPs. See, but thank you, Earthy Eyes. Impeachment doesn't show up here. It would be these two, and look how far they are away from each other. But there's something here in the mail that punishes, or a document that punishes. It's not. No, impeachment isn't supported in this tableau. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you. And you know, I was talking to Jenny and Johnny about this today on text message. I was like, what's his face? Kevin McCarthy. He doesn't care. She's raising a bunch of money from the crazies in the. He doesn't care if she goes nuts one day and walks in there and lights everybody up. And when I mean lights everybody up, I'm talking like gun violence, like going postal on a person. He doesn't care. Hell, Kevin McCarthy just was at the Capitol during the insurrection and then turned around and voted to not certify the election. So what makes you think he's going to do anything about this woman right here? He's not. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if she goes in there and hurts people physically. He doesn't care if she sends out her crazy QAnon supporters to go hurt somebody in the house physically. He does not care. 5 people died at the Capitol that day. McCarthy does not care. You would think something that serious would wake these people up. He doesn't care. I don't even know where McCarthy would be. I really don't. Because there's a powerful man here that she's loyal to. That would be Trump, not McCarthy. It's a person that is powerful, that she is very emotional about, and she reflects their image. And that person transitioned here out of government. And there's this whole thing about fraud that's going on. So this is Trump. This is not McCarthy. Unless McCarthy is showing up as House, which is King of Hearts. Which would make him this person. I don't see why McCarthy would be showing up as child. Because there's news about something new. Small news. A small visitor, a young visitor, news about a child. So I don't think McCarthy is child. That's too young. So he's either Lily's here, House, Fish, or Clouds. McCarthy's got to be one of those. And if McCarthy is here, if House is presenting as McCarthy, which it should, maybe, perhaps, because he unites up here to Bird's speaker here. And it's news that is small or news from the minority. If it's him, he betrays this way, down this. And also the majority of the party is lying to their base. If this is McCarthy, he's worried and anxious here about her. And he knows that the results are going to be bad. The male is burdened. The male is sacrificed. It's difficult. It's a very painful, difficult test. It's like she's testing people. Let me see here. Hold on. There's 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? 4. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, there's a possibility of a woman here, a woman here, a woman here, and a woman here. If this is a woman, she's suffered a serious loss and she's been cut off by a man for not being loyal this way. So this may be, if we're looking at characters, it may be Cheney, perhaps. If we're looking at this as Queen of Diamonds, cut off here by vote a decision to cut this person off because her loyalty to this man is cut this way. And she was causing trouble. Several small votes. Loyalty was uncertain and troublesome. Cut her out. This person here, loss here. Younger or new? This is another newcomer here. So I'm wondering if this would be like a Bobert, whatever her name is. Transitioned into government and gave tours. That's Bobart. This one here is a climber. She's looking to elevate herself. So that would be like Stefanik if this is a person, because this person is looking to upgrade and grow significantly in government for her ambitions. So that would be like Stefanik. And then there's another woman here. That is trouble in the house. Could be dark-haired, dark-eyed woman that is very passionate, who's very social. So this could be like AOC. Very social. Media. Passionate. She's in the house of heart right before her. Blocked here. And then there's a debate with her. So this could be AOC. But there's this crazy person here has, I'm telling you guys, this right here is obsessive. 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 If I read this as a person, it's AOC. But the obsession comes from intense jealousy here. There's jealousy at the root of that. Because she wants to rise to the level of popularity among the many that she has here. And her way to do it is to be confrontational and abusive this way. But it comes from jealousy with Snake. Okay, so then we got this man up here. Who would that be? Well, he could be ambitious. He's got Tower next to him. But you know what's weird? She knights here, 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 here. And then here and here. House is far, but she knights there. It's like, hold on. It's like she gets isolated this way. Garden is far here from her. She doesn't knight to it. So she, down on this portion on what's to come, she becomes a serious problem for her own party here. because she knights to birds, she knights to cross. And she's far from garden, which would be the party. So she becomes a problem to her own party. And even though she's significantly raising money here, that fundraising here gets in trouble. There's something wrong with it. And these could also be payments that are recurring here with fish knighting over to whip. So this could be part of that whole scheme that the RNC has set up, where it's recurring payments or something, and it's promised here to the house. She could also be calling people here with birds, woman knighting to birds, calling people. But there's something that repeats over and over and over and over and over and over again. But it's like, she becomes a burden to the party itself. And then down this column here, guilty of criminal conspiracy, news of her conspiracy and her link to a criminal conspiracy here, and guilt. But that goes back to the tours and the insurrection. But that shows up down this column over here. So this is her column right now for, we're in what, May? This is what's coming up right around the corner for her. Do I see handcuffs? No. Nope. Well, she's guilty here. She knights over here. Guilty for something that she said, or a meeting or a phone call that was had. Perhaps with a person in a position of power, and also about finances and resources. Okay, guilt there. And perhaps having to say or confess something under oath. Okay. Significant bind. So, but she's not, she doesn't reach tower here. It's around her, but it's like for her immediately. It's like, hold on. Fox to ring to key to my fraudulent, significant criminal conspiracy. And she's right at the center of it. Right there. Tree. Her health. Her growth. Her being solid. The results. And then lucky results here. What the hell? No, I don't see it right away. There may be down this line right here. I mean, there may be, it's almost like perhaps being escorted right here. They do, Marie. They do. And it's like, it's back here, right behind her. And this is also work as well. Abusing people at work and manipulating the party or working with the party. But then if this is the party, the Republican Party itself, look at that. They're lying. This right here, the majority is talking here about her making them very nervous and making them, and her resulting in losses here, losing elections because of how emotionally unbalanced she is this way. So I would not be surprised, because here it says that with the storks, it always adds to, okay? So it's almost like she just keeps elevating and elevating and elevating and elevating her craziness. So, and yeah, we talked about that. That's her strategy to be on the media. But it's almost like there's conversations back here about how her behavior and how she's being recognized is not as a person of virtue, and they're afraid that she's going to cause them losses in the elections. And I can't figure out who this man is, but he's quite ambitious. Businessman, money man. Again, with the taxes thing here, or the IRS right there, an institution that has, this would be resources. This would be more like money. That's supposed to go to the public here. And it could also be about the majority talking about how she stole something, and that's how she's being recognized. There's also a change of delivery here for her. What's being delivered? She's getting a new delivery, but of what? New delivery. Small delivery. A change in delivery for her. Because of her emotions, her reputation, dishonorable. What could that mean? A change in delivery. I don't think so, Margarita. It's in the house. I don't think. I would tend to read this more like a Mitch McConnell, because 35 years for this person. This is somebody that's in the house. What's that other guy's name? The number 2 guy? What's the guy's name? Scalise. I mean, that could be him. But this person's ambitious. So maybe this is McCarthy, and then this one's Scalise. It's hard to tell which one's which, but it's an ambitious person here. that is very social and goes to parties, perhaps goes to a park, likes to post pictures on Twitter and Instagram. This person here. This would be more like a Matt Gaetz right here. Why? This person is also verbally abusive, goes to a big park to verbally abuse people, but he's also in trouble for having a sexual affair. So this would be like a Matt Gaetz, and it's right over her head. That's the closest person to her. She is isolated and abandoned and alone. Nobody else wants anything to do with her. That is her closest ally, is this person, the Jack of Clubs. Younger, fit, a celebrity. Something about this person's phone as well. Stars in the house of birds. So this could be something like a cell phone, a smartphone, Twitter. This person is in the news right now for having sex, and that's all everybody's talking about in the public, and that's all anybody is talking about in the party. But look how far friends are from her with dog. Friendly males keep their distance because they're suspicious of her. Her co-workers. This would be someone like your co-worker. The co-worker men keep their distance. They're suspicious of her because she's crazy and they don't trust her at all. The closest person she has is this right here, Jack of Clubs. As you can see, there's a woman up here. She's far though. These two are action cards. They move. She's far, and this person's more interested in elevating and improving, a significant improvement in the institution itself. Next to this man here, King of Diamonds. This woman over here is distant from her. Look, they're not even down the same line at all. This woman here, something happened to her where she got shut out and ended. There's another man down here, not close to her. There's this person down here, not exactly close, separated by one. And this man over here. Yeah, this is the closest she's got. And this person is also abusive at work. Whip in the house of Fox. And didn't she just recently go with Matt Gaetz to some place in Florida to talk smack about Liz Cheney and all that stuff? Thank you, Bridget. So yeah, that's the closest person to her. Based on rule of near and far. He's right over her head. This person is one removed. This person is one removed. This person is way back here. This person is distant with the ship right there. Male friends, male colleagues are distant. This woman is nowhere near. That woman's nowhere near. She's not near. This person's not near. This person's not near. That person's not near. It's only these two. And what's interesting about these two is that what they share is a criminal conspiracy around this whole, the elections were stolen, this is fraud, blah, 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 which everybody knows is a lie. But if this is Gaetz, if I read him as Gaetz, he gets blocked too. This way. Down here. Key in the House of Clouds. Significant trouble with this, with her. Significant trouble this way. It's like she's, like, I'm telling you guys, like, she will only ramp it up. She's got storks over her. If you think she's unhinged now, you just wait. You just wait. Because she becomes a serious problem down this column. And then if I box her in, look at all the bad stuff that's coming up for her right here. Chronic abuse in the workplace and making people freaking anxious. And she is. And another thing too with the corners, new donors to the house are uncertain or troublesome this way. The contracts or the promises to the house are uncertain for the new donors. News of her success or her being in the news right here, being on the media, is because she's going to be investigated. That's the heart of the tableau right here. The house is going to have a shitstorm with this girl right here. The shit's going to hit the fan. It ends in big trouble. And then finally the line of fate. There's a project here that has been long awaited but can yield positive results. However, it's like patience has run out and there's trouble for her. A secret that is revealed that causes significant problems in unions or agreements or promises in the house. An emotional woman gets blocked. Experience or some sort of a veteran on persistent abuse in the workplace. The party and social media, Twitter, for Trump, Trump, a powerful man that she's loyal to elevate and change and become deeply rooted and grow. But her results are burdened. And her success is distant. And she becomes isolated for lying, and she causes problems because she's passionate about a stolen election. And the gifts, joy, the satisfaction, the beauty brings opportunity to the many, but that comes to an end, and she's removed. That's the chain of houses for her. I hope you all caught that, because I'm not repeating it again. Okay? So it's like she gets cut off. If I follow her chain of houses, she gets cut off, and here it shows that she's blocked. So, yeah. That's what I got, y'all. That's what I got. So, yeah. So that's all I got, you guys. And I am done. I got a couple of scheduled grand tableaus tomorrow for personal readings. So thank you if you guys are watching. I look forward to meeting you tomorrow. If anybody's interested in a personal reading, all of my contact information is down below. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. It was fun. Thanks for hanging out at the park today as well. That was fun. And I'm sorry my phone died and the video quality was caca. So, yeah. Oof. Thank you to all of the new subscribers. Hope you stick around. We like to do readings here. And sometimes I can get a little bit wackadoodle on the side when I get angry, but you know, it is what it is. So we did Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hold on, let me write her house right now. Her chain of houses, 29 to 21 to 30, 35, 11, 14, 20, 16, 12, 15, 28, 18, 17, 5, 27, 36, 31, 3, 19, 7, 24, 23, 22, 9, 2, 34, 8, 10, 26, 33, 6, 25, 4, 32, 29. Yep, that's her chain of houses. So we did MTG. I did the Mueller report. I did it at a 9x4. It landed all the way over here. But I only wanted to know what's in it. Not, are we going to get it? No. I just wanted to know what was in it. So it landed here, meaning, and it landed in its own house. So it's saying, I'm here. So the report landed in its own house. We got storks in the house of storks, tower in the house of tower. A change in the government or change at an institution, also overthrowing an institution, changing the institution. So there's going to be quite a bit to go through on this one. Because I wanted to, I think it was Jenny, wanted to see the grand tableau on the Mueller report. So, and there's going to be a slew of characters to try to find there. So let's see. This is the GOP one I did. I screwed up because this top one only goes out till May 2022. And then this one down here, another experiment that I'm running because I asked to see the GOP in January 2023. Again, everything that I have read said grand tableaus go out to 1 year max. On this one, I am attempting to go out an additional year, so 2. So this one, when we get to it, will be for entertainment purposes only. And it may not even be correct. I don't even know, because I was trying to see the party as a whole. Like, do they win the House? Do they win the Senate? But here it says the promise in the House is lost. But this is for GOP. And then there's fighting this way. Competition. The party's still divided here. This way. But it splits here. This shows a split. And then a divided government. And then there's a man here. I don't know who he is, but he's not looking too good. I don't know if this is McCarthy or if this is McConnell. But this person's he's got Coffin right next to him. And that's followed by Mountain. And he's got crossroads right next to him. And then, because I asked for the House and the Senate. So it looks like losses in the House here, a promise or an agreement with the House, and then it diminishes, it loses here. And then the party itself, there's a woman here whose growth has been cut. Her stability's been cut. And then also working to raise money, perhaps that gets blocked here. So perhaps raising money isn't that easy for them. But this is 2023. The party itself was 25. Hold on. 20, 25, 1, 33, 18, 9, 17, 16, 21, 31, 5, 27, 35, 4, 2, 34, 30, 11, 10, 28, 14, 29, 25, 1, 29, 26, 29, 26, 22, 19, 15, 36, 13. They remain small. 13, 24, 6, 20. Yeah, problems. So I just followed their chain because I had designated the garden for the entire Republican Party. Here it says the House has losses. If I read this literally as the House has losses. There's a lot of fighting, infighting, and division. Weapons here. And then down here, the promise itself, the union for the Republican Party, there's a lot of fighting, and it splits here. Okay, a huge divide. And then, but it's looking like in perhaps both chambers, it remains small, because Garden Knight's here to crossroads, meaning the two parties or the two parts of the party, the Congress and the Senate will both get split. So it splits in the House and it splits in the Senate. So if I'm looking at the split, that growth is cut off here, and it's uncertain here. Trouble for the party. Clouds in the House of Garden because of what they're committed to and the promises that they're making and who they're aligned with. So it looks like they still remain small. Their power is burdened. Mountain in the House of, Bear in the House of Cross. News of lucky results with their power, but it comes through difficulties and sacrifices, and it's burdened. So I'm going to have to look at this even more. because there's a promise here or some sort of an agreement. Promise that is distant to the party. So it's almost like it's a long shot, it's a long hope. But again, I will state this again. This is going out 2 years. I don't even know if that can be done. So this is only an experiment. So we'll get there when we get to that one. We did Liz Cheney. Still got to do Pompous Ass Pompeo, Joel Greenberg. We did McCarthy. We did, I still got to do Roger Stone, that piece of crap. Michael Flynn, I still got to do. Ivanka Trump, I still got to do. Devin Nunes, I haven't even done his. Lindsey Graham, I still haven't done his. We did Putin. So, yep. And this is the one that I did when I realized I screwed up for the GOP. Because this one I went out to through 5/14/22. Okay. Well, this doesn't, if I went out one whole year, it wouldn't put me to the results of the election. So this is for 1 year, this top one. So from today through May 14th of next year. Okay. It shows here that there's a woman in the house. And this man's power up here is dead. Which brings me back to the grand tableaus that we did the other night. We did one for Liz Cheney. We did one for McCarthy. And if you guys remember, for Liz Cheney, she landed in the chain of outside in the House of Cross. No, it was woman here and then cross right here. She landed in the House of Fate. And then McCarthy was up here somewhere. In McCarthy's grand tableau, McCarthy lands down here and she's way up here in the House of Clover. She wins somehow. Well, in this right here, which I haven't even looked at, it's woman in the House of Man. She overtakes the man. And then she's in the house here. Woman in the house is very significant and important for the conservatives. But then there's losses here and worries. But this man up here, there's a loss. He loses power. The power is small. Bear in the house of Child. Man is suspicious or fraudulent. Man in the house of Fox. And then Coffin in the house of Bear. This man's power has ended. And it could also be in regards to Donald Trump and bankruptcy here. The finances for this man come to an end. Coffin in the house of Bear. Bankruptcy. And if you guys didn't catch the news, which I have to do a reading on Ron DeSantis, I should add him to my list of grand tableaus as well. And I think we're going to be addressing the question on Sunday night's live stream. We're going to be on Johnny's channel. They're now talking, it came out on the news the other day, that Ron DeSantis and lawmakers in Florida are seriously holding meetings about how to shield Trump from extradition to New York because they are anticipating indictments any day now. So we definitely got to talk about that on Sunday. I'll try to do a grand tableau as well on DeSatan, as Lori from The Way of Positive Change, she calls him DeSatan. And then another interesting question that we came up with tonight is, what are the chances based on, I did Josh Hawley's too, and I never made a video on it. On Matt Gaetz's grand tableau, it showed people from his hometown. A lot of people from his hometown get wrapped up in this thing. And wouldn't it be hilarious, just absolutely hilarious, if De Satan got wound up in that whole stuff with commercial sex? So we're going to read about that too, because you can't tell me De Satan kept his nose clean. I bet you he was trying to dip his little pickle everywhere. I'm just saying. Sorry to be gross, but I'm just saying. So I really should do a grand tableau on De Satan. So yeah, you guys, I'm beat and my brain is fried and I'm tired and I got readings tomorrow. So hopefully I can try to come on again mañana. We'll see how I'm feeling. It might take a lot of coffee. So thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the super chats. Thank you so much for being absolutely patient with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you guys next time. I will try to come on again tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see how my brain feels, okay? Bye, everybody. You guys have a wonderful evening. Okay, bye-bye.